Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a flip through of the setup for my author planner, or what I'm going to call my kissing book. So I'm really excited to show you what I've set up in here to get my 2025 writing year started. I use these early kind of cattywampus pages to do a list of the books that I have published in the past. And you can see like 2018 and 2019 and 2020 were really productive. And then I started sliding into years where I wasn't as productive. And that's because I was going through burnout really badly, and because just a lot of things in my personal life made it more difficult for me to focus on writing. And in fact, I didn't get any books published in 2024. But I am really hopeful that things are going to turn around and that I will be able to fill up these remaining slots here in 2025. And then to help motivate me to do that, I chose this word as my word of the year. And I'm probably going to completely ruin the pronunciation here because it is Japanese. It's Obai or Tori, maybe. It's an ancient Japanese idiom that encourages people to grow and bloom at their own pace and to celebrate their individuality and uniqueness. And so when they write it out, the kanji for this idiom is made up of the kanji for the four trees that bloom in the spring in Japan, which is cherry, plum, peach, and apricot. And all of those trees have different colors of blooms, different fragrances. Obviously, they turn into different kinds of fruit, and they bloom at different times of the season. And so, this idiom teaches us to focus on our growth and to not compare ourselves to other people, to embrace who we are. And it's also about enjoying a fulfilling life by doing what's right for you at a time and in the manner that's right for you. And that's really important to me because I do feel the urge to compare myself to other authors a lot, especially authors that I have had a similar sort of start to my career with, or who I have been closely associated with in the past. And this just reminds me that my path is different than theirs, and that I have, my own journey ahead of me, and that is a beautiful thing. And it's me and who I need to be, and what I need my writing to be for me in my life. And so I'm excited to keep finding out what my career is going to look like over time. And it's really interesting to me to continue to compare myself to a blooming fruit tree, because there are seasons when trees are dormant. They have to sort of go to sleep and reserve their energy, and it's a time of renewal and preparation for when they're going to bloom again. And so, even though I've been in sort of a winter stage in my career for the last few years, it was probably necessary. And personally, I accomplished a lot of things and did a lot of important um, projects, and really focused on some necessary things during that time. It just wasn't writing, and that's okay. And now, hopefully, I'm getting into a time when I can focus on my writing more, and where I can start having my career sort of start developing new buds and blooming out um, in the future. And so, this planner is to help remind me that that is a necessary and natural part of the process, and that I should embrace it and embrace myself and who I am. So, this to help me do that, I set up these quarterly goal pages. And it's with writing, I like to set goals in bigger chunks of time, like in quarters. And so that's why I have it set out like that. And later I'll go in and fill these out. And I'll probably focus on this quarter and then put some bigger things here and fill it out in more detail as I get to those points later on. I also set up a word tracker, and it's not because I'm going to commit to writing words every single day. Um, in fact, all of these shaded out days are Sundays, and I don't write on Sundays. And as you see, I've got a lot of zero word count days already this year because my kids have been home from school and I've been in the middle of a lot of different projects that I'm trying to wrap up. I did write today already, and I hope to write more, so I'm going to wait to fill in my total word count today. And then later this month, I'm going on a Writing Gals cruise where we are going to be teaching classes and having writing sprints and different things like that with a group of authors that are going with us. And so I hope to get a lot of words in this time period. But then when I get back, my family's going on a trip for a week. And so I won't get any words written in that period. And that's probably going to be how the whole year goes, where I have pockets of time where I'm productive and times where I'm not able to get to it. And that's okay. This is just for me to kind of see those patterns, and also seeing the days like this shows me that there really aren't that many days in a year. And so I need to take advantage of the days that I can. Then I set up a works in progress tracker. And there's no way I'm going to write this many books in a year. Even in my best year, I didn't even write half of this. But I always have multiple books in progress. And they kind of deserve a place on the shelf. And it reminds me, hey, that story is still there waiting for me. And I do want to write a lot of short stories and novellas this year too. So I just gave myself plenty of room to write things in. I'll probably put the titles in, and then as I accomplish them, I will color them in to show that they've been completed. Just for fun, I created an ideal writing days checkoff list. So these are days that sound like my ideal day. Really, really fun. And so I was able to check off this first one today, writing in office while snow falls. In fact, as I look out the window right now, the snow is still coming down, and that's so rare in Arkansas. A lot of times, if it does snow here, it comes in overnight. And so I was excited to get to cross this one off because it wasn't a guarantee. But I have other things like writing with window open while it rains, writing by a cozy fire, um, a writing victory day, so getting words in when I didn't want to, writing with friends, writing with my music blasting, writing a long swooning kiss scene. So when I get all of these done, I will just check them off and write the date that I accomplished them. And I've got a few more spaces where I can figure out some ideal writing days to put in to try and get to. So that's just for fun. It's just to kind of give me a little bit of extra motivation and encouragement to get out um, to my office or other fun places and get some work done. I set this page up to be a vision board, which I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. This is going to be a project in and of itself. Maybe I'll come back and share it with you when I get that done. And then I created a cover gallery. So as I publish books, I'm going to print their covers off and stick them in here just so I can see a visual of my progress through the year and the things I accomplished. This is one of the first things I'm working on this year. It's a nonfiction book about scene tropes for authors. And I don't have a lot of story planning to do with this because it's nonfiction. And so it's just basically this tracker. These are individual tropes that I'm going to write about in the book. And so I'm just going to cross them off as I finish. I don't know exactly how many there are going to be. But this is how many I could fit on a page, and I think there are at least that many that I will be getting to. In fact, I'm going to have the first one to cross off here in a little while because I'm almost done with it. And I'll just come back in and put the date that I finished and the date that I published it. And I haven't come up with a great title for it yet, so I'll be working on that as well. And then my first fiction project that I'm going to focus on this year is my young adult romance called Hallway Crush. And I started it a year ago, and then I just got in the middle of other things and never finished it. But I am committed to finishing it and some other projects that I have going on too. But this one is kind of tugging at my heart right now. And so while the fires of inspiration are burning, I'm going to try and jump on it and get as much done. So this is just an inspiration page. Um, so I have my start date and finish date, but also just some things about the story, some symbols and themes that I'm going to be tackling in this story. And then I also set up a word count tracker for it. Because it's young adult, I'm going to be aiming for about 70,000 words on it. And so this will be something that I just color in as I get every 1,000 words done. And then after that, I'll be setting up my story Bible. So more in depth information about my theme as I explore what I want that to be, my conflict, the plot in general, and a character Bible where I'll have information on all my different characters so I can go back and look at that as I need to. And that's pretty much the only planning that I do. I'm not a plotter. I call myself a prepared pantser. So I do come in with information about my plot, my conflict, my characters, so that I know what I want to do and where I want to go, but I don't write scene by scene what I want to happen. That is really hard for my ADHD to handle, and it tends to make me not interested in my book if I know what's happening next exactly. So I don't plot, but I will have lots of information um, ready to use as I go through my um, writing process. So I'm excited to do this, and I'll probably just add in more sections with my other projects as I get to them. And so I hope to have a really fun year with my kissing book here, that it will be a good motivation for me, just a sense of fun and a good way to help motivate me and track my progress through the year. And I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and join me for this whole year of blooming, and that you will be able to bloom on your own. So be sure to subscribe and come back so that you can um, follow me on this journey, and hopefully I can help inspire you on your own, because we all have our own unique story and our own unique journey, and I hope to be part of yours.